Aloha, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Prince John Internet TV, where we insist on being joyful and preparing for relationships that will be special and not simply based upon one's temporal, physical qualities. Let's look for people with traits that we'll want in our lives, people who want to influence us, someone that we won't be bored with, go out with and not want to do the same things as, and somebody that you know would she do what I regularly do in my daily routine? These are questions to consider. Remember, you can choose to either drink beer or escape into some other realm, or do something more sustainable like exercise, breathing deeply, and analyzing one's feelings so you don't have to keep feeling bad and avoiding it. All right. I think when money and protecting one's family is involved to varying degrees, people can lie, cheat, and steal from either themselves or others. They can deviate from their beliefs and their morals, and that's why I choose to be single at this time in my life. It allows me the maximum amount of time and energy and awareness and responsibility that I can focus on myself and stabilizing the world in a way that everyone will at least have access to their basic needs being met, even if they're in prison, even if they're in prison for rehabilitation purposes. One has to ask the question of who will they give their heart and their mind and their body to? Certain sacred questions that will make it possible for us to focus on a special long-term relationship as opposed to being distracted by short-term desirous potentials. I think it may be preferable that a man pay for his whole wedding. It is his wedding because he's the one who's going to take care of the woman. And that way nobody else can have a say, like maybe the the gifts are given to the bride and groom. I mean, that creates potentials for conflicts where others can have influence on the behavior of us. I mean, let's enter into the realm of financial freedom, true freedom. I think impressing and entertaining people and trying to be a celebrity is not really a job, and ultimately work feels pretty good, I've realized. Carpentry, construction, for example, cleaning, massage therapy, subtle things that don't require too much political talk and conversation, which can be fun, but I think it's important to balance those things out with very pragmatic work. This may be why people who are wealthy, quote unquote, are suffering because they're not doing real work, like planting a garden or cleaning or you know, you know, simple things. Remember, you may think your love with your quote-unquote girlfriend or boyfriend may last, but how long? I prefer to be calculated and premeditated and talk to a potential romantic interest over the internet or indirectly so that I won't be distracted by hormonal interactions and enter into the animal mind. No, I'm staying in the the superconscious pure mind of all the information that is out there, and I'm adding stuff to it. By the way, and I think that it's really happening. I think I'm having a significant effect on the world. Perhaps it's just my world, but that's all I know. You know. All right, so I have to think if I have to change my current beliefs in order to marry someone, that would make me a liar. And since I'm true, I will be I will be realistic. She won't have to be changed. I will like her as who she is. And remember, who do we want to program and hypnotize us? The subconscious mind does the majority of the work during the day, so we need to program it properly. Listen and focus on things we like about people. If somebody is financially unstable or unhealthy, then focus on something we like about them, like maybe their conversation or their communication skills. Empower people with the good things that they have, and encourage them to talk. Ask them questions so that you can listen. Connect with people. And whenever I consider doing an action or event, I ask the question, is it oriented around my pursuit of supporting and loving a wife and raising raising children in this world? And remember that when handling materials on a construction site or whatnot, to set them gently. Don't jump around or be playful on a construction site or elsewhere. And remember also that we're afraid of the unfamiliar. Let me rephrase that. I'm afraid of the unfamiliar. And even if it is good for my future, it will be effortful to change. But that's why I focus on it and I create it for me. And remember to consider having a career direction. Something that is like a doctor or an attorney who has a structure that they can plug into and has a support group. I need to find something for me that I can do in which I have a structure that I can relate to somehow. And that will make it possible for, even if I have to create it myself, if I have to make it possible for me to, have a long-term goals. So thanks for being here with me. See you next time. Aloha.